everybody, welcome to Jacob's Quest, and welcome to my very late review of episode 4 of The Bad Batch. Look, all week I was at theme parks, which means I also have not yet watched and reviewed Dune 2, so I've been avoiding spoilers for that, which is definitely going to be like the biggest movie of the year, or at least one of them. So, yeah. Lots of stuff to catch up on. Let's go ahead and just dive right into episode 4. We have Crosshair and Omega. They just escaped from Mount Tantiss. They crash land on this planet. And of course, because the Empire is going to be able to track the ship that they stole from Mount Tantiss, they have to leave this planet as quickly as possible. And instead of blasting their way out, Omega comes up with the idea of doing this peacefully. And, you know, I remember when The Bad Batch started, a lot of people said Omega was kind of annoying because she's the eternal optimist, but I feel like she's won the hearts of a lot of fans because she will always try to settle things peacefully without having to hurt people. She immediately wants to go back to Tantiss to try and save all the clones that are still being experimented on, which I have no doubt is definitely going to come up later. The crew's definitely gonna have to go back to Tantiss for some reason, if not just to save all those clones. So I feel like we're definitely finally gonna get this clone rebellion that everyone's always wanted, and it's gonna be by freeing all these clones that they're gonna try to save. But anyways, so they have the dock master, the person in charge of letting people on ships. I don't know what you call this position, but they're gonna try to bribe this person, but they need 30,000 credits, right? So now they have to find a way to make this money, and they're gonna make it by hustling cards, and everything's going pretty smoothly. Omega is very good at this card game, or maybe she's cheating, it's kind of unclear, but either way, she's able to get the money. But a commander shows up, an Imperial commander, and he's kind of a funny looking character. He's real plump, and right away, you know, he's real sinister, and you think like at any moment, like, does he already know who they are? Is he just trying to mess with them? So they play the game. Omega ends up winning, but the oh man, what's the beast called? What the dog that Omega has befriended? Batcher, that's what they call her. Sorry, the beast dog Batcher. She's missing after the card game, and so now they have to go find her. And of course, it's revealed that the Imperial had discovered who they were once they found the wrecked ship that they came in on. And now it's just a trap, and they have to free Batcher, and they're about to get out of here. And, you know, really this whole thing is just to show that, like, you know, Crosshair really does care now, you know, like he threatens, like, I'm gonna leave. You know, earlier, last couple episodes, he had said, like, if I had a chance to escape, I'd escape without you, you know. And again, he's given a chance. Like, Omega just, like, gives him the money, saying, like, you want to leave, I'm gonna go save Batcher. And of course he can't do it, so he comes and helps her. You know, so really we just get a little bit of bonding time between Omega and Crosshair, because obviously for the entirety of this show, Crosshair's been very much on his own, and he hasn't had much time to, like, bond with Omega specifically, because she was the new member of the crew right when he left, you know. So all this bonding that they're getting, I have a feeling that it's gonna end tragically, right? Like, that's what all the cast members keep teasing, and all the creators keep teasing behind the scenes on Twitter. It's like, don't put away your tissues yet. You know, so I have a feeling things are not gonna end well. But in any case, they're able to steal another ship, this cargo vessel. They get off the planets, and then they basically meet up with the Batch, the crew. And, you know, it's very sweet Omega moment. They're all together again. They're all hugging each other. And then, of course, like, oh yeah, I had help from Crosshair. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot to talk about. I don't know how much of this we're going to see. I don't know if they're going to, like, next episode, they're just going to be like, oh yeah, we talked, you know. Or we're going to have to see, like, this, I don't know, this very personal confrontation of, like, hey, you did a lot of messed up stuff, Crosshair, but, you know, you're one of us, you're our brother, you know. So, like, we're gonna see exactly how dramatic this gets. But in any case, the crew is reunited, and it's only episode 4 of the season. and you know, it feels like they're doing all this really early on, because now, you know, we know they're going to be hunted, because obviously, like, they get, you know, Omega's special blood, but also Omega wants to go back to Tantus, so it's going to be interesting which direction this goes, because, like, on one hand, she's going to insist that they go back, but then the very people that are trying to capture them and get her back are hunting them down. So very interesting. I guess we'll just have to see what direction this all leads in, and then what's going to go on with, like, Rex and that whole crew, because that seems like a very much a whole background situation that was happening. Like, Rex was assembling people, and of course he got who was it? See, I'm never good with clone names. I'm trying to remember. It's not Tech. He's gone, unfortunately. It was the other one, the robot one. Anyways, you know, Rex was assembling his own crew to try and help other clones. And we haven't really seen much of that. Like, Rex was mentioned early on in the first episode, I think, or second episode of this season, but you know, nothing has come of that yet, and so I'm curious when that's all gonna come into play, with this being the final season and all. So yeah, I'm sure they'll pop up again. But yeah, in any case, the crew's reunited, and that's really the biggest development to come of episode 4. There's obviously a lot of stuff that still has to happen now. Like, we know Asajj Ventress, of all things, is gonna come back into play. I think we saw some Cad Bane in the trailer, so, like, a lot of different things are gonna still happen. I imagine the Empire is gonna hire some bounty hunters, but yeah, we'll see how it all plays out. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about episode 4, and yeah, are they gonna go back to Mount Tantus, or are we finally gonna get this clone rebellion? I remember, you know, at least during season 1, that was like a big thing everyone was like hoping for, and it's kind of quieted down, but it might finally be happening if they're saving all the captive clones who've been, like, getting experimented on for, like, the last year or so, right? So who knows? Anyways, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.